Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 22. We are, of course, on the Edgewater, Saskatchewan map. Ooh, look at me miss that pole like a pro. And, there we go. I finished the grass. Wow, that took a while. After I brought the first trailer back after signing off, ooh, we really need to lime this, don't we? I decided that a lot of the time was being wasted moving that trailer back and forth, so I upgraded. I bought this thing. Now, good thing is, it was only 57k, and we got 32 for the other trailer. So, not bad. I mean, you know, not bad at all. It holds double what our other trailer did. So I managed to actually finish the rest of the field off in one go. So let's have a look and see what the result is. Hope everybody's doing well. It is a Sunday morning here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast. And, may we live in interesting times. I believe that's an old Chinese curse, but also, of course, applies very actively to life these days. So what did we end up with for grass? 154,000 plus 55k in silage already in there. So we peaked 200,000. That should do us quite nicely. You know, I mean, we do have a couple of different outlets for the silage. We not only need it for that, but we also need it for that machine down the road there. So, but I told you guys yesterday that there was a thing where they were scheduled to come in and cut the giant fir tree down out of our property here at the ever amazing Kennedy Court Apartments, and they were supposed to show up 8:30 yesterday morning, so I was in kind of a rush to get the video done. Well, 8:30 rolled around and nobody showed up. But I grabbed my wee drone out of its box and fired it up, flew it up around the top of the tree and stuff, and took some photographies, as well as using my DSLR camera to also do some video footage of the tree, thinking it would be, you know, the sort of a before and after. Well, there was no after. I guess somehow the word got out over the internet. Don't know how. There's no one in this apartment building that's at all capable of using the internet. But I guess word got out, and not only did word get out that they were cutting this tree, but somehow word also got out that there would be people protesting that action. And a couple of ladies showed up and were kind of hanging around there, chatting and discussing. I said hi to one of them on the way back from my walk, but they looked at me like, "Ooh, aren't you a filthy little man?" Because I suppose I'm a man. And would say nothing to me. So I take it they were the protest group. But, yeah, whether the owners backed out because they didn't want the publicity from it, or whether the company they hired to do it, because at one point I saw a big dually red Dodge pickup show up. For those of you in the UK that may not understand half of what I just said, I mean, you know by now what a pickup is, although they're not at all popular there, and you guys are so lucky. Dually just means it has dual rear wheels. Not terribly practical unless you're hauling a, you know, 50,000 pound trailer around or something. Then it's practical as heck. But beyond that, anyway, it showed up for a few minutes, sat in the parking lot. I saw the guy get on his phoned somebody or other, turned around and left, and long story short, no falling crew showed up. So the tree still stands. Now, our drunken ex-manager showed up yesterday evening, banging on everybody's door, going, "Well, you guys really want that tree to go? I think I'm going to protest that tomorrow." And we said, "Oh, they're coming tomorrow, are they?" "Well, yeah, that's what the poster said that they left on everyone's door." I said, no, actually it said Saturday the 7th. Oh, no, I threw mine out, but I'm sure it said the 8th, which is tomorrow. They just said Saturday, and it should have been Sunday. Okay. For one, today's kind of a holiday. For another, it's a Sunday, which is kind of a holiday for a different group of people. And two, no, you dumb, drunken doughhead. The poster clearly said Saturday the 7th. Now, I've thrown mine out as well, but that's what it said. And being relatively sober, i.e. I never drank, maybe I've got my poop together a little better than you do, you know. But, so it is now 9:01 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and luckily they still have not showed up, so I'm happy about that. Don't know the entire story on it, but the tree still stands, and there you go. So today, well, first thing, this is disappointing, currently no contracts. New contracts? No. So I think it's because this is basically a two-pony town. There's me and there's Leroy, right? And so I think it doesn't outright break the system, but I think it messes with it enough that we're going to end up in that position quite a lot, you know. I mean, Leroy's got grass fields. I have basically everything turned off. He shouldn't be doing anything. He should be crying out for my help at every step. But he's not. Now, I don't... Actually, let's have a look. Delivery for baling. Okay, here we are. Lazy Farmers is activated. Harvesting is activated. Plow, blah, 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 blah. Weeding is off because I don't have weeds activated. So there's really no separate thing for grass, right? But I'm not getting contracts for mowing either. So who knows? Maybe that's just not a thing. But yeah. So I would like... Now we have a couple of things we need to do. This field out here... Yeah, as you can see, the pH is pretty much... right? But I don't know that I'm going to be that concerned. Because, yeah, I would, like I said, I would like to see more of this get developed. This will eventually expand out as our farm, you know. Although it's not exactly level, is it? I think I got most of the level-ish spots. And everything else is kind of Humpty-Dumpty. I don't know. At any rate, I'm not going to worry terribly about that at the moment. So what are we going to do? Well, I guess what we're going to have to do is, as we spent money buying a brand new shed, let's go to the effort of actually populating it. Now, where, oh where did I leave the weight? I know. It's not the big one. The big one, I know where that is. It's up at the other production area. Which, by the way, I think we do have a few pallets of goods. Yeah, I'm not seeing a weight. No joy there. Hmm. I don't know. I really don't know. So how does it do without it? Let's have a little poke, shall we? Let's raise that up. Alright, well. Yeah, that's fine. It's like I said, this is much more of a beastie tractor than our last offering, so yeah, not surprised it can actually just simply lift these and go. You know, it's kind of what we'd like, isn't it? So... yeah, I have no idea where I've left our weight. Oh, you know what I haven't checked in a while? See if our cows are holding their numbers. Yeah, there's still 35 of them. Good on straw, good on food. Alright, they're doing okay. Still not producing any milk, but that's sort of what we expect, I think. So, did I leave that weight? Would have figured I'd driven by it by now. I mean, we've been pretty much all over the farm. Don't see it there. It's not behind there. Not behind that shed. Well, that's a bit of a mystery. Indeed. Bit of a mystery indeed. Oh, don't be screwing up on me. Come on, why are you doing this? Get back there. There you go. Whew. Almost accidentally dragged that second rack down. I don't really want to do that if we can help it. With a couple extra bits of fence make that corner quite annoying, doesn't it? Yeah, I met bit of a worried today. Actually, a couple of them. One of them's quite funny and really quite dumb. And since it's something really dumb on my part, I'm sure it's worth sharing with all of my wonderful viewers. Because they had us move our vehicles, right? I didn't want to go and park on the street. You know, there's, as much as I hate to say it, our little town has quite the crime problem. Mostly drug users that, you know, are looking to pay for their habits, as it were. And so I wanted to park fairly close. So I parked my car down behind the laundry room here behind the building. And That's all well and good. But I thought I'd park it nice and close against the building so it's not sticking out, so if anybody backs around the corner, they're not going to slam into it. And park the butt end nice and tight up against the wall. You know, that would not only... Now, my thoughts as I went to park it were, well, because the driver's door doesn't open from the outside, that'll make the car pretty much burglar-proof. You know, shy of smashing a window, you won't be able to get into it. And then I got out, locked it up, and went home. Then I thought about it. And I thought, well, tell me something, boy. How do you plan on getting back into your car? It's parked 2 inches out from the wall, on the only side that you can actually open a door on. Yeah, that worried me for a while. As it turns out, because it is such a small car, and I'm not exactly the biggest thing on the block, I climbed up on the roof of the car and reached down, opened the door the 3 or 4 inches that it would open, pushed my arm down far enough through the top of the crack that I could reach the window crank. Once I got the window crank in hand, I was able to crank it down enough that I could then lean over the edge of the car against the building, like basically use the building to hold me up because the space was pretty small. And by doing that, I was able to slide enough of my shoulder and bit of my upper body through the window opening to where I could reach the shifter. And I, with my fingertips, managed to push it from reverse into neutral. And then once it was neutral, because of the way I had backed in, the wheels were pointed away from the wall, the front wheels, I just simply pushed the car forward 3 feet or so, till it was far enough away from the wall that I could climb in the passenger's door and, and undo the driver's door from the only side it undoes from, which is inside the car. But yeah, if I had parked literally an inch closer, I would have been screwed. I wouldn't have been able to get back into my car. So, yeah, that's a bit of... Oh, come on, what are you doing? Yeah. Not impressed. And this is the problem with sheds that don't have a rear wall. There's not a lot to push against. Oof. Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna try something even dumber. Squared up. Well, it's far from perfect, but it's better than it was. The other thing was that when I had my drone up yesterday, I was taking some video. I had it up fairly high, probably, I don't know, 15 meters up, maybe a little higher, you know, so say 50 feet. And I had been rolling video on it, and I shut the video off, and a split second after I clicked the button to shut it off, the drone shut off and dropped the entire distance. Now, of course, I'm in a parking lot, so okay, I see what the problem is. There we go. These forks are just a hair longer than I'm giving them credit for, and it's disturbing the last bundle. Now, I mean, I did get the extra long ones. It shouldn't be a mystery. But anyway, yeah, the poor thing dropped a good 50 feet to the concrete, landed on one of the folding arms, and I'm still not 100% sure what it bent to achieve what it did, because now that arm is in such a position that when you run the drone up, the blades on the prop on that side actually hit the body of the drone. And oddly enough, I didn't realize it at first. I looked at it, and I mean, there's a nick in the plastic and blah, 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 but it didn't look like it was unrentable. Turned on just fine, hit the power, started up, and then hit the takeoff, and it leaped into the air. Sounded really noisy, so I landed it again. Well, in the brief amount of time it had been in the air, and this is how powerful the little motors on these things are, that propeller had managed to wear a groove into the top of the body of the drone. You know, not a very deep one, and certainly nothing that's going to compromise the integrity of it or anything that, you know, horrible. But certainly noticeable. So yeah, I did a bunch of finicking around. I think I have it to the point where it's now clearing it again. So, but that would have really sucked. I really like that drone. It's a Holystone, or Holy Stone, depending how you want to pronounce it. I guess it is actually Holystone when you consider it's H-O-L-Y, not L-L-Y. So, yeah, that wasn't very fun. Alright, so this is the end of that first big stack. Alright. So not really a huge size difference in these sheds as far as depth goes. Of course, not having a back wall, I do have to leave them a little more forward than I would have otherwise. But yeah, we're only going to get one more row deep. That's okay. That thing's 20 rows wide instead of 4, so that's going to be where we make it up. So yeah, I do hope my little drone is still fine, because it is a nice full-featured drone. And one of the nicest features is it's quite anti-government. They made it just light enough that it doesn't have to be registered in any country. So all the RID and stuff that they're bringing in and all of those things, luckily enough, it sneaks under the border for. So yeah, I don't have to register it, and I don't have to take some piloting thing through the FAA and blah blah blah. He's all good. Because, yeah, I don't know about the ID thing, but the registry and all of that, that does apply in this country, as well as the States and Australia and a bunch of other places that to the best of my knowledge and what I've heard on the YouTubes, have also implemented it. So there we go. That's not... okay, yeah, it is kind of terrible, but you know what? It's going to be usable, and that's what's going to matter. And there'll be lots of room to put the straw in as well. And it's a lot less awkward to load bales into than this thing. Ooh. Well, I think we hit the fence. Yeah, it really needs a top spike for that top bale, because boy, that thing likes to wobble around a lot. There we go. We'll leave a little bit of room, but I mean, you know. Yeah, I don't know that we'll even bother moving those little bits of straw. Better off to just send them straight into the barn, I think. Ooh. Alright, that wasn't very good. I just caught the edge of that one bale. Did you see that? Just caught it. Ow. I got my face stuck against a pole. Ah, there goes the train to nowhere, carrying nothing. Whoa. There we go. Kind of rocked it back centrally. Ooh, it is a bouncy one, though, isn't it? And it's gone. Ah, man, why? Why? Alright, let's set these on level ground. Good. Oh, come on. Really? You couldn't just simply... There. No way you're moving with that much angle on the forks. Yeah, that's... Dang. Very last set, eh? Every freaking time. Here I thought we were gonna get through it. Now we just know this is gonna go well. No way. Not yet. Are we close? No, we're not. There we go. And are you being so stubborn, man? Get on there. Thank you. Well, you can sure tell this wasn't no fancy bale loader that put these here. Okay, there we go. All moved. Sheesh. Crazy. Crazy. So the clouds are gonna roll in again, eh? It rained the entire time I did that grass, by the way. Absolutely poured. So, yeah, that wasn't good. So now, I can park my tractor where it's supposed to be parked. And my little truck. And we'll be able to use that area, or, that these come out of for implements. Yeah, I have no idea where I lost my weight. I'm sure we'll come across it. Maybe it's down by the shop or something. Who knows? But I do believe that's going to do it for this time, guys. So, I appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to hit that like button. It does help out a bunch. Check out the channels I have linked in the description down below. You won't regret it. Till next time, though, take care of each other. Have yourselves a great day. And ciao for now.